Hey guys, what's up? Well, it's Sunday again, and I did a little bit of work to the duster. I got some done on the subframe connectors, but then I got bored and started working on something else. And that's what this video is about. So let's see. This is what I was working on today. And yeah, I didn't show my work, but what I did was I had it all taken apart. And I know that there's people out there that are for and people that are against painting aluminum intakes. Well, my thought process is if you buy a new intake from Edelbrock, they're painted. I work with cast aluminum. We make cast aluminum things at my work. All of them get painted because cast aluminum, after a while, starts looking like shit. So I painted the intake. And I was just going to paint the intake. And then I was like, well, let's put the fogger kit back on. Fogger kit. Put all these lines. I put the puzzle back together. I'm going to need to get 2 blocks for the back. And then I put the regulator back on it. Now, when I bought this intake, it had this regulator on it. I put this gauge on that I got in it when I bought this carburetor. I already had that carburetor. So yeah, this monster fucking regulator was already on here. Somebody had welded in, you can see paint stick, welded in the mount for that. So, okay. And then I was like, what? Oh, and when I bought this, I got the fogger kit, the linkage, and the regulator. And the second kit is actually plumbed into, like where there would normally be a plate and you have the spray bars across the plate. This is basically like a plate kit that's plumbed in to the intake. The intake's actually really cool. The reason I wanted to make this video on this was just, oh, and I have 2 750 Street Demon, or no, not Street Demon, Speed Demon. God damn it, Speed Demon carburetors. They're old. They're the old Barry Grants. These are not Hollies. These are the old Barry Grants. I have 2 of them. The reason I'm making this video is because this looks like a pretty extravagant and expensive intake setup. I have $650 in everything you see here. I got a deal. I paid $250 for the intake and like I said before, the regulator and all the lines and the fogger kit and this kit. Paid $250 for that. $200 for this carburetor. This carburetor, when I originally bought it, was $50. Then I traded it to a friend for a truck that didn't have a title. I drove the truck for a little while because it still ran. I traded this and a couple other things, but the truck still ran. I drove it for a little while. Then I traded the truck for a bunch of other stuff, which included these nitrous solenoids, the line, an actual nitrous plate, a bunch of other stuff. So and I ended up buying this carburetor back from my buddy for $150. So with the math on that, I'm actually ahead on that because of all the other stuff I got. But with the math on that, I said I paid $50 for the carburetor new and bought it back after trading for $150. So there's $200. I paid $200 for this one. So I've got $400 in carburetors and $250 in the rest of it. The solenoids and stuff, I am saying free because of the trading I made. The whole point is you don't have to spend a ton of money to get really cool shit. All right? You go to Summit or any of these other places right now and buy one 750 double pumper and an aluminum intake, a dual plane aluminum intake, and one 750, and you are going to spend more money than I have in this glorious fucking tunnel ram. So that's just my whole point. All these people saying hot rodding's too expensive, blah, 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 blah. You don't have to have new shit. Make deals. Trade shit. Take time. And you makes it a lot easier. All right. Well, oh yeah. Big tires. Big tires. You know what? That's another thing. I'm going to just put this out there too. These fucking wheels and tires, those are 14-inch wide weld drag lights. The wheels are 14 by 15 weld drag lights with Mickey Thompson E Street tires on them. Now, the tires probably are not that great, but for the pair, I paid, I want to say, $150 for the pair because I bought them used. And honestly, these tires, I could probably run them. There's a lot of meat left on these tires. If you were to buy that new, I think those wheels go for $450 new each. And the tires are at least $300 new each. Just saying, I'm not a rich guy by any means. But I do my hot rodding. I use my head. I buy used shit because it's just as good. Now I'm going to have to spend more money on this. I'm not saying this is ready to run. I'm going to buy fittings and I'm going to buy other stuff for this to make it run. But where I'm starting is a lot better starting place than where anybody else would if they were to even start buying it new. All right, well, but that's also not to say that there's certain things you have to buy new. You know, and if you buy them new, it's always jigs. All right, see, now I've got everything in the video. So, you know what I always say. Like, share, subscribe if you like what you see. If not, I don't give a